We are about to see something that could change things up a lot.
She's absolutely thrilled. I'm going to show you a video as she arrived Monday night at the Tribeca Festival. It's the artist's dinner. This is Monday. Here she is. Let's watch it. She's all smiles. She's clearly in a great mood.
There's evidence that Leslie Sloan started a smear campaign against Justin Baldoni. And this reporter from the Daily Mail that now there's big rumors that he's going to withdraw his sworn statements.
In a shocking twist that is Hollywood insiders reeling, Blake Lively's high-profile legal offensive against Justin Baldoni is unraveling before the public eye. A federal judge has openly questioned the integrity of her evidence, while a key media insider is reportedly preparing to expose her PR team's alleged smear campaign. Once celebrated as America's golden girl, Lively now faces a grim reality: a skeptical judge, a potentially flipped reporter, and court filings hinting that her evidence may have been improperly obtained. As her husband, Ryan Reynolds, continues a polished media blitz, gracing the cover of Time magazine and making upbeat public appearances, Lively remains notably silent. The silence deepened after Magistrate Judge Steve Kim dealt what experts are calling a devastating blow to her case, denying her motion to force Wayfair to release documents ahead of schedule and openly criticizing her team's courtroom tactics.
It's crazy. Apparently, the Daily Mail reporter has been granted whistleblower status. So I'm just going to explain again quickly what happened here. So James signs a sworn statement to the judge saying that it was all a misunderstanding, the communication that he had with Leslie.
In what legal analysts are calling a public humiliation, Magistrate Judge Steve Kim didn't just deny Blake Lively's latest motion, he appeared to mock it. "You could practically hear the sarcasm dripping off his ruling," said one legal commentator familiar with the case. He called her demands unripe, which in plain English means, "Sit down, Blake. This isn't your Instagram story. It's a courtroom." The judge's ruling has peeled back what observers describe as a pattern of overreach and miscalculation by Lively's legal team. Her attorneys had demanded that Wayfair produce documents within 10 days, even though the company had already agreed to provide everything by July 1st, 2025. The move struck many as unnecessary, impulsive, and revealing of a campaign running on panic rather than precision. Adding to the chaos, Lively's lawyers reportedly filed near-identical motions in both California and New York courts, a procedural blunder that Judge Kim pointed out as evidence of a shaky grasp of jurisdictional rules. "It's like they started throwing filings at two different courts, hoping one would stick," quipped one courtroom observer. Meanwhile, another bombshell may be about to drop. Daily Mail reporter James Vushka, whose reporting helped frame Justin Baldoni as chauvinistic and controlling, has reportedly fired the attorneys supplied by the Daily Mail and retained his own criminal defense lawyer. Insiders suggest that Vushka could be preparing to turn on Lively's camp, a move that could upend her entire legal and PR strategy.
Out for truths in her It Ends With Us lawsuit. So much so, the actress added an ex-CIA agent to her legal.
In a development that could detonate what's left of Blake Lively's legal case, industry sources confirm that Daily Mail reporter James Vushka has been granted federal whistleblower protection, a move suggesting he may be preparing to testify that Leslie Sloan, Lively's longtime PR representative, was feeding him negative information about Justin Baldoni as part of a coordinated smear campaign. According to one insider, Vushka's sudden decision to fire the Daily Mail's in-house lawyers, the same attorneys who were whispering in his ear to protect the narrative, was a clear signal that he'd gone into full crisis mode. "You don't bring in a criminal defense lawyer unless you're staring down serious legal heat," the source explained. "We're talking perjury, obstruction of justice, the whole 9 yards." If Vushka confirms that Sloan was indeed the source behind his damaging Baldoni stories, the implications could be catastrophic. Such testimony would directly contradict Sloan's prior sworn statements to the court, in which she explicitly denied any involvement in negative media coordination. Even more damning, sources say text messages have surfaced in which Vushka called Sloan a liar, a stunning reversal from his public position. Publicly, he swore she never fed him dirt about Baldoni, one person familiar with the evidence said. Privately, he was texting people calling her a liar. It's explosive. To make matters worse for Lively, newly surfaced court documents reportedly reveal that crucial pieces of her team's submitted evidence lack proper metadata, the digital fingerprints that verify when and how files were created or altered. Without that authentication, the credibility of the entire evidentiary foundation collapses. As one legal analyst bluntly put it, her case is hanging by a thread, and that thread may have been cut with documents she never
love our job and we love our work and we take it very, very seriously.
Oh, it's serious. Blake enlisting Nick Shapiro, the agency's former deputy chief of staff turned PR powerhouse. This after getting dealt a major blow in her court fight with Justin Baldoni.
In the latest twist to rock the entertainment industry, digital forensics experts are casting serious doubt on the evidence at the heart of actress Brooke Lawson's lawsuit against director Julian Barrett. These documents are missing the one thing courts actually care about: metadata, said one analyst. Without it, there's no way to tell if the files are authentic or if someone just whipped them up after a late-night strategy session. The absence of metadata raises serious questions about chain of custody and potential tampering. Cortex Studios' legal team has already seized on the issue, arguing that the documents should be thrown out as inadmissible. Even more troubling for Lawson, experts say the missing metadata could reveal when the documents were really obtained. If it ever showed she got them before the subpoena date, said one legal insider, that would suggest a legal acquisition. Game over. Lawson's camp has blamed a contractor, Joan Wexler, for providing incomplete, unverified data, but judges are reportedly growing skeptical. Court filings hint that Lawson may have used a shell company, Vanson Holdings, to quietly obtain private data while skirting discovery rules. According to a corporate law specialist, Vanson filed a sham lawsuit, not to win anything but to seize devices and data. And once they got what they wanted, the case evaporated. When Vanson later ignored a court order to reveal its shareholders, speculation exploded that the company was merely a front, an elaborate puppet operation designed to obscure who is really pulling the strings.
Usually one side will ask for whatever they can, but there will be pushback.
The pushback handed down by a judge last week. In docs obtained by ET, Blake's subpoena for Justin's phone records going back 2 years was called overly intrusive, limiting the window to their time together behind the scenes.
Legal chaos continues to swirl around actress Brooke Lawson, whose team is now facing fresh allegations that her shell company, Vanson Incorporated, was created to secretly orchestrate a smear campaign against the tech giant Wayfair. According to filings from attorney Jennifer Abel, the company allegedly allowed Lawson to pull strings from the shadows while maintaining plausible deniability, a strategy that now appears to be collapsing under its own weight. Insiders say the unraveling intensified when Lawson abruptly skipped a scheduled deposition with opposing counsel Brian Frederick just days ago. She didn't show, said one courtroom source. Vanished like that fake lawsuit Vanson dropped the second it got too close to the truth. The absence is especially damaging given the looming August 14, 2025, deadline for all depositions. Legal experts warn that failing to appear without legitimate cause could lead to sanctions, or even allow the court to assume her testimony would have been unfavorable. It's not just bad optics, said a litigation specialist. It's a credibility disaster. Skipping a deposition screams you're hiding something. Observers also note a stark shift in Lawson's public persona. When director Julian Barrett's earlier suit against her was dismissed last year, she took a victory lap online, posting cryptic stories and basking in fan adoration. Now, her social media channels are silent. The queen of curated perfection has gone completely quiet, remarked a social media analyst. For someone who built her brand on control, this kind of silence is deafening.
Definitely, each party wants to get as much information as possible and make this process as burdensome as possible for the other side. Any piece of evidence could certainly aid Blake Lively's claims, but not everything is relevant and not everything is evidence.
As actress Brooke Lawson retreats from the spotlight amid her spiraling legal crisis, her husband, actor-entrepreneur Ryan Harwood, is suddenly everywhere. Beaming from the cover of Focus magazine's 100 Most Influential Companies issue, celebrating the success of his ventures Momentum Media and Altitude Spirits. The timing has raised eyebrows across Hollywood. His wife's drowning in legal chaos, judges questioning her evidence, witnesses flipping, her brand imploding, and there's Ryan, grinning on magazine covers like nothing's happening, remarked one PR strategist. Harwood's Focus interview has drawn particular criticism for his comments about accountability. He's out here lecturing the world about responsibility while his own household's dodging depositions, said one industry insider. It's tone-deaf at best, hypocritical at worst. Many observers see the glossy coverage as a calculated move to prop up the couple's faltering image. It feels like a distraction campaign, said a media analyst. They're clinging to the golden couple narrative, but the public's not buying it anymore. Meanwhile, director Julian Barrett and his attorney, Brian Frederick, seem far from backing down. Frederick has hinted at new strategies aimed at exposing Lawson's alleged manipulation of the press during the early stages of the feud. Adding fuel to the fire, retired Judge Elizabeth Crane, now a popular legal commentator, publicly criticized the earlier dismissal of Barrett's $400 million defamation suit as a constitutional overreach that silences the wrong victims. Though appeals of that magnitude rarely succeed, experts estimate success rates between 8 and 12%. Barrett's camp appears determined. This isn't just about winning in court anymore, said one legal observer. For him, it's about pulling back the curtain and showing the world what really went on behind the cameras.
So 2.5 years of innocuous text messages do not seem to support her underlying claims, but some of those text messages might.
Attorney Brian Fredericks, who once took on the Sentinel newspaper for $250 million, has a reputation for using high-profile cases to drive public attention. He knows exactly how to weaponize litigation, said one legal strategist, to strip away the PR gloss and expose the machinery underneath. But while Fredericks presses forward in court, actress Brooke Lawson's business empire is showing cracks. Her latest lifestyle brand, Brooke & Brown, launched with the usual fanfare, sleek packaging, influencer endorsements, and a viral ad campaign. Yet within weeks, products began appearing on clearance shelves across New York. This was supposed to be her empire-expanding moment, explained a retail analyst. Instead, it's turning into a brand autopsy. What we're seeing isn't domination, it's a PR funeral. Industry watchers say the commercial stumble mirrors a larger identity crisis. The public has stopped buying the myth, noted a veteran brand consultant. For years, Brooke and her husband built an image of being funny, relatable, real. But that polish only works if the illusion holds, and right now it's cracking under pressure. Behind the scenes, whispers of whistleblowers, missing metadata, and shell company schemes have turned what began as a routine lawsuit into a full-blown reputational crisis. Major sponsors are reportedly backing away, fans are questioning long-held loyalties, and even industry insiders are privately conceding that Lawson's once impenetrable persona may never recover. The backlash isn't just from anonymous commenters, one entertainment executive observed. It's from people who actually admired her, people now realizing how manufactured that authenticity always was. For Lawson, the stakes could not be higher. As hearings loom and the August deposition deadline approaches, observers wonder, will the mysterious Van Zandt holdings finally be unmasked? Will former allies flip? And will Brooke herself ever take the stand? For a couple accustomed to controlling every frame of their narrative, the unraveling feels cinematic in its irony. This isn't just a legal crisis, said one industry insider. It's an identity collapse. And no PR team on earth can spin their way out of that.